and to let them know that we are going to rescue our country and take over the government in 2019. Therefore, on behalf of the National Executive Committee, I welcome you to the formal inauguration of the National Campaign Council. We have this historic responsibility of managing and driving our campaign for the 2019 general elections. I am confident that this assemblage of capable, courageous, and patriotic men and women will lead us successfully to realize these objectives of winning the 2019 general elections in order to rescue our dear country from the hands of the APC failed government. Therefore, I charge the council, especially the management, led by the Director General and the Senate President Senator Bukola Saraki, to brace up for the challenge ahead. If you meet every day with optimism, if you confront every obstacle with determination, if you refuse to give up, if you never quit, if you approach every challenge with confidence and pride, then no dream will be beyond your reach. I charge this council that this is the motto, because it requires courageous people at this critical time in the history of our country, where every day, on daily basis, people are being killed and murdered, and the government do not care at all. Hunger on our land, people are dying because of poverty. If you look at the headlines today, the Guardian, the World Bank said that even from now till next year, if it's the same government, the economy is very, very bleak. As we go into the 2019 elections, the question confronting us as a country is that, let us make it clear right now, the big question is there any rule of law in Nigeria? No. Do we have an effective government structure in place now? No. Do we have an economic policy that can create jobs and drive prosperity? No. How do we stop the killings and the insurgency in our country? It is important that we must be aware why you as an individual, you must brace up and get ready. It is not some people will be working and some people will be somewhere else. The task before us, and indeed every PDP member, is to converse and canvass the PDP agenda. The PDP solution to these issues in the over 10,000 electoral wards and 120,000 polling units in our country. This is the point of emphasis. We must realize that we can't all be in Abuja, and the structure we are going to put in place will be very slim and smart and very effective. And our intention is to decentralize by the organigram the powers in Abuja, so that the zones and the state will be empowered to campaign effectively so that they can deliver. Your Excellencies, distinguished leaders of our party, the PDP has a better philosophy of government and actionable policies which can get Nigeria working again. We can get this country working again. Can you say it all with me? We can get this country working again. Also, we have a credible candidate for all the elective offices who emerged through the freest and most credible primaries and congresses and conventions in the history of our country. Our presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri of Adamawa, and his running mate, Mr. Peter Odili, His Excellency Peter Odili, he likes to be called Mr. Peter Odili. Mr. Peter Obi, I'm sorry. Our governors and our governorship candidates, National Assemblies candidates and State Assembly candidates are shining example of the products of the rebranded PDP we intended to sell in this campaign. Therefore, we will go into the campaign with pride, passion, and conviction, and will not be deterred by any form of intimidation or harassment by the drowning APC. Therefore, I will urge you all to work very hard to educate our voters, to ensure that they turn out in mass to vote for PDP at all levels, from the president to the least position. On this note, and I believe on behalf of the National Working Committee and the National Executive Committee, the entire leadership of our party, and by the grace of God, we must be strong, because they have the federal might and we have the Almighty God. We must be strong. It is time for us to inaugurate this all-important council. The Director General will give you the details of the organogram, but at the top of the council is the national chairman and the presidential candidates for policy making at the council level, but effectively at the management level, that management level is headed by the Director General and the two deputies, and also, of course, we have the Deputy Chairman North of the council, and we also have deputy chairman SAT of the council. There were a few omissions. Some presiding officers, Emeka Ihedioha, and former Speaker Bayo, they were missed out from the presiding or former presiding officers who are supposed to be members of the council. In the name of Almighty God and the support of all of you here, I inaugurate the National Campaign Council of the party for victory for the 2019 general elections. May the Almighty God grant you and grant us victory. Thank you, and God bless all.